So, you want to be a scene designer? Do you have skills? Are you a hard worker? Are you sensitive to others' needs and will change your plans on a whim to accommodate what your demanding director wants? Most important of all, do you have any common sense? If you meet all of this and more, then maybe you're up for the job! But do you know what it's about? Do you really know what it's about? Take our tour to find out! The design procedure! The design procedure consists of many steps. Here are some of them: analysis and interpretation of the play, production staff conferences, technical demands of the play, the stage and its equipment, the shop and its equipment, sight lines, research, sketch or model, designer's plans, selection of properties, scene painting, trimming and decorating the assembled setting. Here are just a few. There are many more. Interpretation. The set designer usually reads over the play several times to get a strong grasp of what's really happening in it. The first read will give you a rough idea of the scenery and should establish you with a tone and mood. Additional readings are needed to meet the special demands, such as scene changes. Conferences. Communication is key with any production. Without it, your play will be as cold as fish served with hot breadsticks. Get together with the director and costume designers to make sure all of your ideas synchronize and flow nicely. Technical problems. All technical problems must be addressed before the setting can be completed. And by must, I mean it is your essential duty, fine stage designer. Without this crucial step, long delays and interruptions will make your play one giant stinker. Like any practicing stage designer, you should be aware of the stage and other equipment. Here are just a few simple tips. 1. Find good sight lines from every angle. 2. How does the main curtain open? How much space does the curtain occupy off stage? If you don't know this, maybe you aren't fit to do this job. And 3. What type of electrical board is there and what is its location? Research! It's a good idea to do some background research before designing the setting of the play. And by a good idea, I mean it's a great idea. Research historical periods, color schemes, and furniture arrangements. Become familiar with the architectural structures. You've got to see the play! You've got to hear the play! You've got to lick the play! You've got to sniff the play! You've got to taste the play! You've got to watch the play! You've got to... Sketch and model. Painting is closely watched by the designer. This means you. Make sure the hues are appropriate. Tip. Aid in the assistance of the painting process, since your paint crew may be very, very inexperienced. Setting. Make sure that your setting is expressive. I'm talking mood, historical period, season, and country that this play is based on. The setting must be practical for the director and the crew. It must be easily accessible and meet the rapid needs of production. Remember, if your set takes too long to build, your play will not move ahead. The mood should match the tone of the play. A set that works in one play won't necessarily work in another. The set should be expressive, whether it be comedic, dramatic, melancholy, or funky. should express the time period of the play, whether it be Victorian, Gothic, or Edwarian.
See full list for details.
Season. Not a lot of features can show what season it is, but it can be done with the use of a screen door, proper plantation, and snow-covered windows. But don't stress, it's best to leave this aspect to the costumers and lighting crew. Styles! In naturalism, the setting shown appears to belong more to life itself than to the theater. In realism, details have been carefully sketched and some of them exaggerated. Pictorial realization is a variation of realization. It has a sense of reality that is attained with simplification of detail. Suggestive realism. It allows part of the set to stand for a whole. It is popular among directors and audience find it very refreshing. Stylization. You see this daily in children's picture books, cartoons, and comic books. It exaggerates colors, lines, and mass. Surrealism. It gives the set an otherwise otherworldly appearance. Sketches. Throughout this process, you will have plenty of rough sketches that are not to scale and most likely will only make sense to you. These are known as thumbnails. 3D drawings, also known as detailed drawings, are used fully to describe the sets and make the ideas in your head, tender set designer, a reality. Sightline drawings. It is quite irritating to be in the audience and not have a full view of an important scene. It is also quite grotesque to be able to see the actors changing costumes off stage, or even worse, seeing the idle prop sitting there. The solution. Sightlines. What are sightlines, you ask? Get drawings of the auditorium where your play is being held. You're going to need horizontal and vertical positioning drawings. The horizontal ones show the exact position in the extreme side seats of the first and last rows in the audience, whereas the vertical ones show the eye-level position of the same seats. There are two types of models, the exhibition and the working. The exhibition pieces are painstakingly constructed and are the product of hours of your blood, sweat, and tears. They have every last detail of the scene. This is your display piece. Show it loud and show it proud. The working piece is rough, unfinished, and ugly. It solves technical problems like scenery changes and limited storage space. Well, you've been through our training manual. Do you still have what it takes?